Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Today I'm bringing you a story that has set social media on fire and sent the fandom into full detective mode. It centers on two names you know by heart from Kensesekleri, Barış Baktaş and Yağmur Yüksel. I'll walk you through everything that's been whispered, posted, and carefully avoided in interviews, so watch until the end. If you enjoy the video, please tap like, subscribe, and consider joining to support the channel. Thank you, and let's dive in. For months, viewers have praised the grounded chemistry between Barış and Yağmur. On screen, their characters carved out a slow-burn connection built on trust, contradictions, and the kind of glances that keep editors lingering an extra half-second in post. Off-screen, they kept it professional, short captions, group photos only, and never the sort of joint post that feeds clickbait. That tightrope, intense chemistry, cautious distance, worked. It kept the story focused on the show rather than the actors themselves. Then came the moment that shifted the balance, a candid line, almost tossed away during a live Q&A after a charity event. The host asked Barış about working with his leading partner. He smiled, not the typical PR smile, but the one that breaks slightly at the eyes, and said, "Getting to know Yağmur better has been a gift. I like her very much." The room didn't gasp, but phones did. Within minutes, the clip escaped the auditorium, and the phrasing, "I like her very much," became a banner across timelines, fan pages, and trending tags. What did he mean? Colleague affection? Artistic admiration? Something more personal? Without additional context, the sentence felt like a door left ajar. Fans ran with it. Some stitched the clip next to scenes where the two share silent beats, others compiled behind-the-scenes snippets showing quiet exchanges, a prop passed hand to hand, a shared laugh cut off the moment the slate claps. In the comments, one theme emerged: sincerity. That's what people heard in Barış's tone. Not sensationalism. Not a headline. A simple statement that sounded uncoached. While the internet debated, set life went on. Crew members noticed nothing disruptive, call times kept, scripts marked with the same meticulous notes, blocking pinned and repinned until every movement made emotional sense. If anything, those who were there say a kind of respectful calm settled over the team. There were no grand gestures, no performative closeness. Instead, a sharpened discipline. When whispers get loud, professionals protect the work. Still, little details fueled the curiosity. During a rain-soaked exterior night shoot, production paused as the wind shifted. Barış positioned his umbrella over the monitor where Yağmur reviewed playback with the director. Not a dramatic move, just a practical one, but someone captured the silhouette, two figures, a shared shelter, a page of notes glowing under the screen's light. Later, Yağmur reposted a still from the same scene with a caption about finding the right rhythm. She didn't tag anyone. She didn't have to. Another day, a journalist asked Yağmur what she valued most in a co-star. She answered carefully: reliability, listening, generosity, the traits audiences recognize in their scenes. Asked whether she'd seen the clip of Barış's "I like her very much," she smiled and redirected, "We've built trust on the work. That's what I hope people feel." It wasn't a confirmation or a denial. It was a reminder that craft comes first. Agents and PR teams did their quiet work too. A few outlets requested joint interviews. The answer was a polite no. Not now. Let the episode speak. The result of that choice was interesting. The fewer official statements emerged, the more fans searched the material at hand. They rewatched early episodes, mapping the growth of micro-expressions. They paused at scenes where a character's hand lingers a split second longer on a doorframe after the other exits. Entire threads dissected how listening, not speaking, was the foundation of the on-screen relationship. And it is true, when two actors commit to listening, the myth of chemistry becomes tangible. Then came the post that felt like a hinge. After a late wrap, Barış uploaded a black and white shot of a script page with a single line circled: "You don't need many words when you mean them." Hours later, Yağmur posted a photo of a coffee cup on a marked-up script, writing, "Some sentences are enough." Neither referenced the other. Neither needed to. The pairing of those captions gave fans just enough space to feel included without crossing into intrusion. Of course, speculation has a shadow side, impatience. Are they together? Will they go public? Is this all PR? That last question deserves an answer. If this were engineered, you'd see the signs, joint endorsements, branded photo ops, synchronized interviews. Instead, what you're seeing is restraint. Restraint is not how you maximize short-term metrics, it's how you protect long-term credibility. If anything, the viral line, "I like her very much," made the team double down on boundaries. What about the show itself? Interestingly, the narrative arc that followed the Q&A leaned into quiet intimacy, smaller spaces, fewer extras, camera distance tightened by degrees. That's not gossip, just craft decisions that audiences sensed. The characters learned to negotiate daily life rather than chase crescendos. That shift allowed both actors to play subtleties, breath, stillness, the decision to stand closer rather than speak louder. Viewers responded. Ratings held. Clip views multiplied. And the comments changed from "are they?" to "this scene felt honest." Behind the scenes, colleagues describe Barış as steady, arriving early, leaving late, never letting personal questions derail work. They describe Yağmur as present, eyes on the person opposite her even after the director calls cut, staying with the emotion long enough to adjust it for the next take. That combination, steadiness and presence, often reads as chemistry because it is. It's two people committing to the same imaginary circumstances with the same level of seriousness. Whether that ever translates beyond the set is the part that doesn't belong to us. Let's talk about that line one more time, because words matter. "I like her very much." In the ecosystem of celebrity interviews, we're used to extremes, either evasive platitudes or confessional overshare. This wasn't either. It sounded like a person who respects boundaries choosing clarity over coyness without stepping into spectacle. It affirmed admiration, possibly affection, without dragging anyone's private life into the arena. That's precisely why it resonated. It was human. So where does this leave fans? With something better than a tabloid answer, a chance to watch two actors do meaningful work while holding their own pace off camera. And with an invitation to focus on the choices that make scenes breathe. When a character pauses instead of pleading, when a hand traces a teacup rather than a tear, when a glance lands but doesn't demand a reply, that's where the story we all signed up for actually lives. Will there ever be an official statement? Maybe. Maybe not. Some relationships, friendship, trust, partnership, don't need the spotlight to exist. If the time ever comes for more to be said, you'll likely hear it in the same tone as that first line, simple, considered, unforced. Until then, the most respectful position is the one both of them have modeled: show up, do the work, keep the noise out. Before we wrap, here's what I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which scene between Barış and Yağmur made you believe the most in their characters' bond, and why? Was it a line, a silence, or a look? Your answers will help us build a follow-up breakdown where we analyze the specific acting choices that created that effect. Thank you so much for watching. If this deep dive gave you a fresh way to view the story, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. If you want to help us make more long-form videos like this, hit the join button. Take care, and see you in the next one.